we've got Travis Williams on the phone with us, and we'll go ahead and go back to the phones. And Travis, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hello?
Travis, you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Travis, thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, man, no problem at all. I'm glad y'all got me on.
Well, Travis, I tell you what, first of all, let's just start with this football team here that you've been working with, and the phenomenal season that they put together to this point. And there's unfinished business on the table. One more game left on January the 10th, and obviously it's the biggest one maybe in Auburn football history. And just talk about it. The team is reported back. They're going to practice, I think, again tomorrow, and then you guys will let them go home for the Christmas holidays. How's it going so far, Travis?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. And the good thing is the kids know how big this game is, not just because it's a national championship, just because it is the biggest game in Auburn history. 50-17 went undefeated, but there's no date as far as like it wasn't a championship back then. And in 2004, we didn't go to the championship. And in '96, we was on probation. So this is really the first and only time you could really just call yourself a champion, if we go out there and play like we know we're capable of playing. Right now, practice is going real well, and the kids are focused.
Well, Travis, talk about that team just a little bit. I want to go back and give you guys props in 2004, and you guys fell victim to a flawed system, in my opinion. We've talked about it numerous times. In 2004, you guys had a 13-0 season and defeated Virginia Tech in the Sugar Bowl. I was there for that game. It was a phenomenal game. Defensively, you guys played your heads off out there, and Virginia Tech was playing as good a football as anybody in the country at that time, but were left out of the national championship game. A lot of people felt like Auburn should have been there instead of Oklahoma. Southern Cal goes on to win that national championship. Talk about that year for you guys, and how did you guys feel after that season was over?
Oh, that year there was just very special, just because we had a team that going into the season we knew we had a lot of players, and we talked the whole year was just championship, and then the key game that year I would think it was, everybody think about the LSU game, but I think going down to Tennessee and winning that game on the road was big for us, for our confidence. But as players and all the guys I still talk to, we still just kind of lived through that, and we kind of wish we had a chance to play, because we still talk to a lot of guys that played for USC, and it's a bunch of what ifs, and what they got on us is that they beat us 2 years prior. So that don't really mean anything what they did in 02 and 03, because the 04 team was better than both of them teams. So right now it was a bunch of what ifs, and we watched the game the next day and watch how Oklahoma just laid an egg out there, and USC pretty much beat them handily. But the good thing about the 04 team is that a lot of guys called me, and a lot of guys are just so excited for this team, to be in the position that they are in. And I mean, I talk to guys every day, in Taurus Williamson and Ben Obomanu and Devin Aromashidu, and the list goes on, Carnell and Ronnie, everybody, and everybody's it's just so great to see everybody so happy about this season and rooting for this team. Because you would think, they'll call me and be like, man, I don't know, man, we probably was better than them, and I don't know if they could have beat us. Just the competitive side in everybody, but it's totally different. They're calling and they're rooting the guys on, and very excited about the national championship game.
We've got Travis Williams on the phone with us, and former Auburn linebacker, now graduate assistant on the staff. And Travis, this has to be special for you as a player on that 04 team, now being able to relive it from a different perspective, helping these football players get to this point, and kind of teaching them things and helping them persevere through some tough times this season, because this team has gone through its fair share of tough times with a lot of the talk off the field and the situation that has surrounded Cam. But I tell you what, it doesn't look like it has affected this team whatsoever on the field. The one thing I continue to hear, Travis, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the chemistry that surrounds this team. It's such a close-knit group, and that is such a big characteristic of a team that's successful.
Oh, most definitely, and a lot of things that's overlooked is the 24 seniors that we have. They played a lot of ball. They won a lot of games, and they also had the year 2 years ago when they was at pretty much the bottom of just their playing career as far as the wins and losses at Auburn and losing to Alabama the way they did. So they've seen the highs and the lows. And these guys been through so much. The situation this year with the stuff that was going on with Cam and different stuff that's out there in the media was small to them, because they went through it. They losing a coach, and all different stuff, losing to Alabama and just being at the bottom. So this right here was like a slap on the wrist to them. It's like, okay, we've been through this, let's go ahead and fight through this. And then you have a guy like Cam that come to work every day, and it doesn't bother him. When you haven't done anything wrong, he just came to practice like it was nothing going on the outside. So I think it was a plus just to see Cameron as an individual out there, and he's still coming to practice, and he's still being competitive and being a leader with all the stuff going on, and other players feed off of him. And I think also Coach Chizik did a great job just kind of blocking the media out, and then kind of using it. We kind of used it as motivation, like a us against the world type of deal, and it kind of helped us out. You would think it would hurt us, but it helped us out. We used it as motivation.
Well, Travis, a couple things more that I want to talk about, and then we'll move on and talk about your other career that you're pursuing and having a lot of luck with that right now, and we want to really talk about that and some of the stuff you're going to be giving away. But I want to talk about a couple of players here from Alexander City. You were teammates with Eric Brock and Marquise Gunn, who were from Alexander City, and that's where our show is filmed. It goes statewide, Travis, throughout Charter Communications. But El Toro Freeman and Michael Goggins, just talk about being around those two young men and what they do every day at practice, because it looks like El Toro really has come on at the end of this season. It looks like Michael has really had his best season as an Auburn Tiger.
Yeah, it was, and that's credit, to Coach Rocker with Michael Goggins and Coach Roof with El Toro, and Coach Rocker, his track. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. Just how he can motivate guys and everything, and just to see how, because if you notice it, Goggins made he made a mistake the Georgia game, and it cost him a first half for the Alabama game. But he stayed focused the whole practice, and first thing he did, and I took my hat off to him. First thing he did was go to Coach Chizik and apologize. The very next morning, he was the first kid here, true story, first kid here, and he apologized, and he was really sincere. Coach Chizik was like, things happen in the heat of the moment. He's like, don't worry about it. Didn't really get on him too bad because he just felt so good that the kid would come right to him the next morning and apologize for just acting out of character, because Goggins is not that type of player, and a lot of things a lot of people don't see. He shot the first half, and his very first play he got in the Alabama game, he got a sack. So that just shows you how important he is to our defense, and he's had a great career here for one. And this last season, like you said, I would think his best season. A lot of folks don't know he's probably our strongest defensive lineman, our fastest defensive lineman. He jumped the highest, so I mean he got everything to be a great player. And he showed it out there this year. So I'm really happy for him. And on the flip side of Toro, a lot of people know I spent a lot of time with Toro. And he's come a whole way around. Just coming from the JUCO ranks, all he was used to was run see ball, hit ball. And on this level, it's a little bigger than that. You got to still see ball, hit ball, but you got to know when to see ball, hit ball. Playing within the defense, and I just kind of slowed him down and taught him the game and taught him that, okay, it's 10 other people around you. You can't just make every play, but you can try to make every play, but you got to do your job first. And just watching him, the Alabama game, the SEC championship game, he's a playmaker. He's a guy that you put him out there, he's gonna play. He's gonna make plays. Every time he started or played a lot, he either led our team with tackles or was second. So he's very productive. So he's learning the game, and it's slowing down for him. And he adds so much toughness and just explosiveness to our defense, and he's gonna be a great player before he leaves.
Well, Travis, that's good news there, and those are just two of the whole team that really take that attitude. Is when I get my opportunity, when I'm called upon, I'll do what I've got to do to make the team better. But let's move on and talk about the Oregon Ducks real quick. You guys are breaking their film down. I know you're studying them. Talk about that team that Auburn will be playing on January 10th.
Oregon Ducks, a great team. And I'm not just saying it just because it's the right thing to say. Like, I watched film on them, and they are really, really good. Fast, like everybody know. They speed us up, like everybody know. The running back is the best running back we've seen. I'm talking about better. He's probably better than. It's not probably. He is better than every running back we've faced. I mean, he was up for the Heisman, so of course he is. So we got to figure out a way to get him on the ground. And he's tough. He's a small back, and it kind of shocks you that he can run the ball 30 times and take hits that he takes, and he try to deliver hits also. So it's gonna be definitely a tough task for our defense. And on the flip side, I watch their defense, and they do different things out of different packages. They'll blitz here and try to confuse you. So I know for a fact it's going to be a great game to watch. When we play them on the 10th. So they're coached well. They do what they do, and everybody knows what they're doing. But they do it so well, they don't really care that you know. So they try to speed you up, get you tired, and just continue to run the same plays over and over. It might trick you with a different play here and there, but overall, very, very solid team, and I can see why they are undefeated, so they could put up points like with the snap of the fingers. So we got to figure out a way to slow down their offense and come out and just play hard, and at the end, hopefully we could be the champion.
Going to be an exciting night in Glendale, Arizona when Auburn and Oregon take the field. I think definitely the BCS. They've gotten it wrong several times, but I think they got it right this year. The two best teams, college football, will be facing off that night. Travis, let's move on and talk about your music career, and your name in the music business is T-Will, and your new album is Undefeated, and I know a lot of motivation probably behind that album right here with this football team and maybe some of the teams that you were a part of at Auburn University. Just talk about your album, and also if people purchase your album on iTunes, they can win some big prizes, can't they?
Yeah, most definitely. This is what I have going on. I've been doing music for a few years now. I've done Tiger Walk, and I also have another song, Amazing Champion, that's just released, that's getting a lot of views on YouTube. What I did, I finished my album. It was 17 tracks, and I put it on all digital outlets, the iTunes, the Amazons, and Zooms, different digital outlets that you could go pick and buy. And what I'm doing is the person that buys my album, and email me their receipt, they get in a running for to win national championship tickets. I was going to give away 3, now I'm giving away 6, just because the response has been so crazy. And I'm reading everybody's emails. I'm trying to like, man, I can't give everybody a ticket, but I could afford 3 more to buy, just because I want to help so many people out, and I just want to support the people that support me. That's kind of my little thank you to them. So I'm giving away a signed helmet, a signed jersey, a signed SEC championship T-shirt, and also 3 national championship 6 national championship tickets. And pretty much how you can win, the album entitled is Undefeated. How you can win, you can just buy the album, and then you email me the receipt and or the order number, and my email is amazingchampion@gmail.com. You email it to me, and I'm gonna randomly pick people on the 27th. Call them out on Ustream. If they're not on the Ustream, I'm gonna email them also, just to let them know they won the tickets. And that's pretty much how it go. And the story behind Undefeated is kind of special to me, because it's undefeated in so many ways. Undefeated on the field this year and 04. That's one of the reasons. It's undefeated in life. My whole thing is, if you get knocked down and you get back up, you're not defeated. You're undefeated. So my thing is, like, even when I was coming out of high school, when I was coming out of Columbia, South Carolina, the Gamecocks didn't want me. Clemson didn't want me. Nobody wanted me. Auburn was my only offer, and I jumped on it because I was like, whoa, this is my only one. So I jumped on it, and it ended up being a blessing for me, because I ended up coming here all SEC. I ended up going undefeated, been on the undefeated team captain, leaving to go play for Atlanta a few years before I hurt my back. And I also had, I feel like I was undefeated in that mark. And then I also had teachers when I was coming up saying, okay, I don't know if you should go to a big school. I don't know if you're reading and you're writing. I don't know if it's up to par for that. And last Monday, I just graduated with my master's, so I beat the odds with that. So I think the whole Undefeated is just behind someone telling you no, or someone trying to knock you down, and you beat the odds. So if you always get up, you're undefeated. So this album is all of that in one. So I have albums. I have music for football. I have music for the struggle. I have dancing music. I got inspirational music, and on there. It's 17 tracks, and that's why I entitled it Undefeated, because I think, anytime you get up and you win a battle, or if you just get up, period, when you're not down, you're undefeated. So that's the story behind the album, and it's doing well on iTunes, and a lot of people is having great words to say about it, and hopefully the people continue to buy it, and I'm going to give away them 6 tickets and a signed helmet and a signed ball, and someone to be happy out there.
Well, Travis, I tell you what, all the props to you, and being able to maintain your education and finishing in graduate school maintaining the long hours, working with this football team, and also working on an album with 17 tracks that is now out, as you said, to be purchased on iTunes. And again, we'll continue to promo this for you, Travis. And again, real quick before we let you go, will you be performing in Glendale? I think I heard that.
Yeah, I will be. It will be actually in Scottsdale on the 9th at the I think it's an alumni party or something. Somebody's putting together. It's a big deal, and they called me. I know it's the day before the game, and I usually kind of rest, and the other graduate assistants, they'll just go hang out or whatever. But I usually rest. I'll be in game mode like I'm about to play. But so many people been wanting me to perform tonight, and I just said, okay, I'll do it this night, and I'm gonna put on the show. It's gonna be a great show. I'm definitely gonna get the people. I can't say their money's worth because it's free for everybody to come, so that's a good thing. So, but I'm definitely gonna give them. It's going to be worth them come out for the show. The show is going to be great. I have a good little show to put together. It's going to be 20 minutes. I'm definitely come out. It's going to be at the Upper Deck Sports Bar in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Well, Travis, looking forward to it. I'll be out there. I look forward to coming out and catching that myself. And we wish you nothing but the best. Wish Auburn nothing but the best. And looking forward to 2 shows, yours and then the one on the 10th.
Most definitely. And once again, thank you for having me on. And I definitely I got to check your show out, man. I wish y'all nothing but success. And anytime y'all need me, just give me a holler and I'll come back on. But once again, thanks a lot for having me on.
Well, Travis, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate it, and we'll see you out there.
Okay, no problem. All right.
Thank you so much. That's Travis Williams, a.k.a. T-Will, with his new album out, Undefeated. And you can go to iTunes to purchase that and then email your receipt at amazingchampion@gmail.com to have a chance to win 6 national championship tickets along with a signed jersey, signed helmet, and a signed SEC championship T-shirt.